Hello, welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Don't underestimate yourself in retirement planning. I'm starting to get a few comments on here, and I get a lot of people struggling with the one more year, having trouble pulling the plug. And I think I'll start next month in June. Well, it starts with tomorrow. I'll probably do 3 or 4 little videos of how I came up to my conclusion to get out. Maybe I'll make a playlist out of it so you can watch them if you're having trouble. You understand what went through my mind. Maybe my mind's just all over the place. But retirement's a huge subject. I mean, there's so many parts to it. Not only do you have the financial part, and that's split up into pensions, Social Security, retirement accounts, your bank accounts. I mean, it goes on and on. But you got the health care. You know, you got all the little bits and pieces. Getting your timing right for when you want your check to start from your 401 and junk like that. It's just a huge subject, and you can suffer from information overload. I mean, I know I did. There's just so much stuff out there about it, and and it doesn't work for everybody. You have to you have to find the pieces that work for you. You know, and you know, it, it 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 it's it can be so complicated and simple at the same time. You know, it's a scary subject for a lot of people. It's intimidating as heck, and they'd just rather push it off. You know, I mean, and I think a lot of it comes down to you've never retired before. You honestly don't have any idea, what's going on, how to do it, and I mean, if you think about it, though. Just changing the oil in your car, it's a pretty simple process. But if you've never done it before, I don't care how many books you read on it or how many videos you watch on it, until you get your hands on there and get greasy, it can be intimidating to some people. It's no different in retirement, you know. And you get worried about making a mistake, you know. But my thing is, look at all the stuff you've done in your life up to now. I mean, you bought a house, or if you've bought a house. I mean, there's a lot to that too. There's a lot of processes to that. Signing the papers, doing your walkthrough, getting a loan, looking for the house. You know, you was able to come through that fine. You know, how about when you had kids? If you had kids, I mean, that's a major life change there. Hopefully things went okay, and you raised a couple of good youngins, and you know. But I mean, you had to feel your way through that. I mean, there's no book that tells you what to do for daggone raising kids. It just you know you just have to go with it. And you were able to do that. If you can do that kind of stuff, I think planning for retirement or living in retirement, I have no doubts that anybody can do it. I mean, you know, I, I mean, I believe that hey, I mean, if I can do it, anybody ought to be able to do it. I swear. You know, I just believe that. You know, you know, I don't know. But I just don't think you should underestimate yourself and put too much worry in it. You know, planning for retirement is sort of like what they say, eating an elephant. One bite at a time. You break stuff off into little chunks and knock that out. Once you get your health care decided, that's going to be a tough one for me. That's what I'm going to start working on my next phase. Phase three starts in July because I don't know a thing about it and I got to figure it out. But I got time yet. I'm not pushed for time. But break stuff off in little chunks. Get your finances straight, and then you move on and uh, work on your health care. You know, then move on, work on getting your hobbies straight. Move on and do another little step, inch by inch, and eventually you'll get there. I I mean that's why I set up this year the way I did and busted up into 4 quarters like that, and each each quarter you know I'm, I'm doing a part of my plan. You know, and and nobody knows everything about retirement. Nobody does. I don't care what they tell you. You know, they don't. And there's a lot of stuff that you don't feel comfortable with. I know there's a lot, really, honestly, I don't. There's nothing wrong with going to an expert. Sometimes paying an expert to help you figure things out is well worth the cost. I know last June, I that's when I decided to get out. Well, from June to December, I had 3 different second opinions on my plan from people that supposedly know what they're talking about. And I got little tweaks from each of them to tweak my plan a little bit, and I'm happy with it, and I'm going to roll with it. This channel is sort of like a suspense or a thriller. You know, will he make it to the next scene or not? Y'all watching it live, but I just don't think a lot of people give themselves enough credit uh, to figure this thing out, and it gets intimidating to them, and it holds them back. And hopefully you get a little nugget from me to clear your mind a little bit. You need to get rid of that outside a lot of that outside noise that scare you to death. I mean, it's all negative about retirement. Retirees eating dog food and looking for aluminum cans to make the ends meet and stuff. I mean, you got to tune that stuff out and concentrating on you. One thing I've learned on here is there's probably, I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, there's probably as many different types of retirement as there are people in the world. I mean, it's amazing the scope of it, and how people get around to it, what they're doing in retirement, and it's just amazing. Yours ain't gonna be like anybody else's, but it's gonna be yours. You make it what you want. It's your choice. You finally get to make a choice just for you. I don't know. Just thinking out loud again. Y'all be good. We'll talk at y'all later.